If you're angry or confused because you received the call, I just want to let you know that it wasn't me that cold called you, cold emailed you, or texted you. Keep watching and I'll show you who and what reached out to you. Okay. So now you might be closing deals already. Yes, you close deals, but not like how I'm going to show you today. So I need your full attention, please. Okay. It's not about closing deals, it's about how fast those deals can come in and how many you can close rapidly, automated with less effort. So we're going to move on. Okay, so this is one of the agents that I dealt with. Have you ever became the top listing agent in less than 2 weeks? You might have a marketing guy, you might have somebody that does your lead generation, but have you ever pulled off something like that? Okay, I got another question for you. Have you ever pulled in 85 leads or phone calls that turned into cash? Okay, so this one turned into an extra 21 deals, and this guy only worked with us for around a week before this started coming in. Now we're going to talk about this guy in just 5 days, an increase of 8 to 11 phone calls. Now, the reason why I showed you that is because I don't like to be salesy and I don't like to convince anybody. Before we proceed, I want you to know that this is the most lucrative venture you're ever going to step into. So who am I? My name is the artist formerly known as Prince. No, my name is Yazriel, or some people go by, call me by David. Okay, so why am I different? Yes, we have a marketing agency, but we're not just a marketing agency. You have power when you control and own assets. What asset am I talking about? Now, I'm very aware of the issues that you guys have with Realtor.com, Redfin, and most of all, Zillow. Okay, so we built a better Zillow alternative that you can get first dibs on today. Now, before you say, "Oh, I know what this is," no, it's not what you think. So continue watching. The problems that you have with Zillow, you're not going to have them there. Okay, so let's move on. This is the problem. The first problem that you have with Zillow, you have to share. So whenever you create a listing on Zillow, you have to share. You have to put your listings on there with other people. So people come on there and they look around. Look, it says 157 days on Zillow. Your listings will never be on there 157 days. It's something going on. Now, next, let's say you listed as a real estate agent in your city on Zillow. You compete with the rest of those guys. So all of you guys are paying them. The best person that's making the most money is Zillow themselves. All you guys are paying to be featured. What if you could be the only one on this page? So that's where we come back in right here. When you create a listing with us today, and this is not the pitch time, so keep watching. When you create a listing with us today, you're not only going to have an entire page for your listings dedicated to you, all right. And you're also going to have the featured agent page dedicated to you as well. So instead of it being all of these guys, it will only be you as the top realtor in there. Now, here we go to the next one. So the next problem you have with listing your stuff on Zillow, Facebook, and all of these different groups and everything is that you neglect your brand. Okay. So when you list with us, we're not just going to bring you deals and everything from our, directory, but we're also going to give you the top 3 rankings in the Google My Business area right here. So you're going to 3x your calls just like the guy you saw in the testimonial, just by having all 3 spots. It's called monopoly. You're in real estate. You know that the more spots you have, the more money you make. So it's common sense. So don't come. All right. So check this out. Take all that time you spend prospecting and transfer it into the closing table instead. That's a common sense question, right? Which one would you rather do with your time more? So you rather spend more time at the closing table or spend more time cold calling like you thought that I did, or checking with your referral base and posting in Facebook groups that you have an open house coming up. So I'm going to show you what's going on. Remember when I said that it was not me that called you? I have a confession to make. All right, it was my voice that called you, but it wasn't me sitting there one by one cold calling you guys and leaving voicemails. You can see that this is 4,086 realtors. All right, we got these using another one of our assets, which is a software that we extracted all of the realtors off of Instagram and a real estate agent. So we voicemailed, text, plus social media DM'd all of you guys in less than, I'll say about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. What if you can condense your prospecting and reach thousands and thousands of people in the zip code areas that you're trying to do your open houses in or show your listings? What if you can, or get new listings? What if you can condense that time down to a few minutes, or we'll just say a maximum an hour? So let me show you how that would work. Okay. Let's continue. And I'm going to show you more assets. Okay. All right. So remember, I told you nobody else is doing this. We don't just say that. So look at this. This is Montana. You can give me any zip code. You can say, okay, David, the people that can afford these properties are in these zip codes. I need all of their names, emails, addresses, numbers, social media accounts, all of that. So we got that. We can do that. Okay. But then we're going to be able to text blast. We're going to be able to ringless voicemail blast. We're going to be able to retarget them on Facebook and everything like that to pre-qualify them before they ever get on a call with you. So any zip code. So now let me show you the first asset, one of our first softwares. Okay, so here's the software right here. This is where we do the ringless voicemail blast. So as you can see right here, it says the files. This is the list of numbers right here. So remember those 130 numbers from Montana? We will upload 130 numbers, 30,000 numbers right here. And then we will create an audio file, that voicemail saying, hey, I'm in your area right now. I like your property. You don't have a for sale sign, but I like to make you an irresistible offer. Give me a call back at this number. And then you schedule this campaign out. So when you list with us today, this is going to be going out bi-weekly. So you're going to be able to literally drain the leads that come in. So now you're like, okay, well, David, when these people call back, I don't want to answer the phone. They're going to be cursing me out. Some of them are going to be interested, but other people are going to be like, no, I don't want to sell. How do we get past that? Okay, so it's something called an IVR. So you're going to get a tracking number, a call tracking number. When those people call back, the voicemail that was dropped on their phone, keep in mind, their phone never rings. Okay, so this is completely legal. Their phone never rings. We record a 60-second clip, inviting them to call back to schedule a time that we can come out and probably list the property, or set up a showing with some other things that we have going on, or turn your open house into a freaking concert. Okay, so now when they call back, a recording is going to play. Then they're going to have the option to talk to somebody live, or they're going to have the option to be text a booking calendar to set up a time. They're going to have an option to go and get further information, or they're going to have an option to be let off the list. So it's fully automated. You never have to answer the phone live. Boom. All right, so here's another one of our assets. This is the Text Blast software right here, where we'll take those thousands and thousands and thousands of numbers, and like I said, this will be done bi-weekly as well. Let's say whenever you have an open house coming up, or you want to do some showings, or you just really want to kill it. So now you guys can pretty much get a picture of how we were able to get 24 pre-qualified leads that actually want to meet up and talk and discuss business in less than 24 hours, or how we were able to turn those 85 leads into freaking deals that month. Okay, so now this is Text Blast. It's going to send everybody back to a booking calendar. Okay, fully automated, hands off. So your prospecting is obsolete. You no longer have to door knock. You no longer have to put out flyers, business cards. You no longer have to post in Facebook. So Facebook groups, Craigslist. You no longer have to have one listing on Zillow, but you're still spending a crap load of money for shared leads. You no longer have to do that. So let's move on. Boom. All right, so after we get the winners from those previous campaigns that we were talking about, we're going to retarget them with Facebook and YouTube ads. Retarget means we're just going to follow them around the internet until they actually buy. And then we're going to create a custom audience. That means a lookalike audience, people with profiles and characteristics and traits similar to the ones that bought from us previously, so that we can get those people to buy from us too. You see how this works? You see how you can literally dominate an entire area just by working with us? So let's move on. And I'm not bragging. This is just results, okay? You're good at what you do, and I respect that. So respect that we're good and awesome at what we do. So here's 3 questions I have for you. How can you speed up the rate in which you get and close deals? Okay? If you don't know the answer to that, obviously, is to triple the rate in which your leads come in and get better at closing. But if you know how to create the irresistible offer like we do, then guess what? You'll be good. All right, so now, number 2, would you rather lose time prospecting? That's time you're never going to get back. You're a realtor. Your job is to help people buy houses and to help people sell houses. You're not supposed to be a marketer. You're not supposed to be professional at generating leads or cold calling. That's not what you're supposed to do. Okay, so you have to pass that off in order to reach the 6-figure per month mark. You don't see people like the $1 million listing guys going around. They might show you some in the trench and stuff for the video, but in real life they have teams that are doing this. Okay, and if you want to reach those levels, you have to step your game up. All right, so check this out. 3, if you could hit 6 figures per month by yourself, like some of my other clients, then why haven't you already? A lot of us are stubborn. So we say, oh, David, I don't need you. I don't need your help, or I can do this on my own. I'm doing pretty good or something. Unless you're a new realtor, but if you have more than 5 years in the game, and you have not reached six figures per month, you have never acquired $1 million listing before. Nobody's ever trusted you with anything over 150K. You're in the worst areas. You can get listings, but you don't know how to get buyers there. You don't know how to fill up your open houses. You're at the point where you're eating the food and the snacks because nobody's showing up. You don't know how to turn your open house into a concert. All right, then don't be stubborn. Okay. Procrastination is the father of failure, and stubbornness in the Bible is just like witchcraft. You already know. So that's a bad thing, right? So if you can hit six figures per month by yourself, why haven't you? If you don't know the answer to that, then that means you need to make a move on the next thing that I'm going to show you. Boom. All right. So here's the irresistible offer right here. Okay. So you get full placement. You get to enjoy full placement on Properties directory for your listing. So we're building out Properties, which is a hybrid of Airbnb and Zillow. So people will be able to sell homes, buy homes on there, and rent out vacation rentals and everything. So you're going to get a full page placement for your listings. So everything you have under contract or listings or whatever that you want to get showings or promotions or leads for, you're going to have a full page instead of sharing it with other realtors, sharing leads, and still having to pay Zillow. Okay. So next, you're going to get full placements on the top realtors page in your city before it's taken. So the page where people, go to Google and they say, hey, who are the top realtors in San Francisco or whatever your city is? Zillow has a page for that, but they make you share it with the rest of the top realtors in that area. You make a move today while we're still in the building phase. You get to solidify with your investment that you'll be the only realtor on that page. Okay. So this is why we can guarantee your 3x growth at least in the next 97 days. So now we got you get to enjoy all three top rankings in the Google My Business Snack Pack, which will triple your phone calls from buyers and sellers. And that's another guarantee, because if you are the top three spots on the first page of Google when someone searches something, that is 85 to 90% of the traffic and phone call volume plus sales. So it's guaranteed, right? Okay, so number 4. So we have to apply a little bit of common sense. I know realtors are salesmen and saleswomen, and you like to get the best deals, and sometimes hypocrites. You like to get people to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on a house, but you're afraid to spend $1,000 on a marketing campaign. We're not going to be like that. If you're still here, you're smarter than those realtors, okay? And you're going to get your time back with this next guarantee right here. It says you get to enjoy 12-month automated local prospecting plus follow-up through ringless voicemail, text blast, email outreach, plus social media DM. So all of those softwares and assets that I showed you that will be doing the automated hands-off outreach and everything like that is also going to do the automated follow-up. So your calendar is going to be booked. It's going to be booked to the point where you might have to start adding people to your team. So that's how awesome it is. On top of that, we're going to get you better quality deals, not the low hanging fruit, the bird seed that drops from the tree or anything like that. So if you're ready, what I want you to do is text profit positioning to 314-500-5528. When you text that number right now, you're going to get everything that's on this page right here with an irresistible offer. So we're going to get on the call. We're going to customize it to everything in your liking in your city so that you can dominate. So, hey, when have Zillow called you with something like that? So just from you listing with Properties, you're going to receive all of these extra bonuses. So go ahead and make a move and text that number that I gave you.